My content is intended for adult collectors of the product, not made for kids.
Hello everyone, before we actually continue with this video, I want to say a lot of people that watch our videos are not subscribed to the channel. So if you are new here, subscribe to the channel, comment your thoughts, and let me know after you watch this video, what do you think overall, and we're gonna get started. This will probably be my last video until the official news drops in a few weeks. Actually, also, I guess less than a few weeks at this point, because it's like mid-March. But this is for Beyblade Burst BU. Burst, I believe it's supposed to be called Burst Ultimate. It is the new product stuff. We're gonna be covering it and talking about it. We got our first topic. And yeah, the release date and everything I think I've already covered, but I will say it again as we get through it. So the first thing is this campaign thing, which I believe is for May, which was supposed to be, we only got the info that was supposed to be bearing drift, and the idea was it is basically drift with bearing, not in the sense that it's not like quad drive, right, where they do that, but in the sense where I guess drift gets a bearing added to it. Right, because drift doesn't have a bearing, so that's what it means by that in that sense. And either way, it being a metal lock driver is a big difference, because to those that don't know, right, why is this such an important confirmation? It really is because this driver already has a lot of worry on it, but the fact that they say it's going to be metal, so I have a metal driver right there. So the thing is with a metal driver, just so you can understand, is that that metal driver has a weak burst resistance because of how the cap is and how it interacts with the thing. Obviously, because the previous variations were poorly designed and they would break the teeth. Only Metal Universe and Metal Drift are safe. So this new driver, metal lock or not, won't have the best burst resistance. But I do think in a way that could be potentially a good thing, because you don't want this driver to be so overpowered and everything. Because especially, probably they also considered this because, in the DB stadium, which is the main stadium they use in Japan, they probably thought, well, a driver like this probably might be a little bit too much and we have to find a way to balance it out. So if that is the case, I'm not too worried about this driver. Obviously, we still have to see shape, execution, and what eventually releases. But, yeah. Now, for the next one, it is going to be the release for April. So the release date, which no surprise it was, as they would say, I believe they said, let me double check, it's supposed to be like April 23rd. And this was interesting because that is the same day as Bottleman. Now, Bottleman's like this thing they've been pushing, and they have like Bottleman DX and everything. And it's the same date. It's the same date of launch. So to first go over, Divine Belial, Nexus, whatever the new driver is, 3. Now, some new information was added. The new rules only apply to Blade and Driver. Divine Blade, equipped with metal, and can still use evolution gear. So I do think there is no new gears, and it's just cross-compatible with the older gears. Now, when it says rules only apply to Blade and Driver, what I think it means by this is most likely some ruling for 5G on how you can use the gears. Because now, obviously, we have 3, technically 4 if you count Devil, that you can use the gears on. So probably there's some ruling or whatever that for that. That's what I would assume it means. Now, as for the appearance, now obviously I'm basing this off of an image. Now with that also said, no matter what, even if the full image of the Bey releases, I am not showing it for 2 reasons. One, I do think it kind of does kill it a bit. Because then after, when the actual news comes out, it's like, well, we kind of saw the thing. Also because, especially with something as big as that for the new series, do you not think TT is going to be on top of this to shut down any video that actually shows it off? I'm not risking that. There's a difference between like the concept or whatever. Unless like a store or something official actually shows it, I am not taking the risk at all. Either way, this Photoshop is, I would say, somewhat accurate, mostly just on the core. The bottom shape of it, obviously I couldn't do perfect, but so with the core, because I try my best to Photoshop around it, it is actually just Belial 2, which I was really surprised with. Now, let's look at this. Obviously, there's the one side of the criticism where it's like, wow, so The disc isn't new, the core isn't new, and the armor isn't new. Which is like, okay. I'm still gonna say in the sense that I think it's fine, because I don't consider this like a main. Now, if the release following, right, whatever comes after, is like, okay, it's a repeated armor, a repeated disc, then yeah, it's pretty valid. For this one, considering this is just a transition, and also I would consider this, the reason why they're also doing this is just because they also want to promote the older gears and you to buy the older releases and everything. It's very weird in that sense, and also it's kind of like half an evolution, because the blade is new and the driver is new, but the rest of it isn't. I think Belial 2, I try to get an accurate job. We're going to call it either Pumpkin Belial or Halloween Belial. You debate in the comments what sounds better. I think the orange and the design and the colors don't really look too good on it. Like, I'm being honest. Like, I'm like, I don't know about that one. But Belial 2 is the best, I would say, currently the best right core to use. Burst resistance is pretty good, burst stopper and everything. So I guess in that sense, it is a good way to get it if you haven't already gotten it, or at least maybe even a spare. Maybe the other one has wear or something. As far as anything else, the Divine Blade's supposed to have metal. Now, something I'm wondering, right, is how they're going to handle it compared to Dangerous. I think at best, not to try to overhype this, is that it'll be better than Dangerous, but I don't know how it will compare to normal Dynamite F-Gear. If it is good, it is good. I just, I don't know. I don't know. It has the ultimate shape. It's very jagged, but I wonder if the underside is bad, and I wonder even if F-Gear fills out the slots, how good is it doing? I think either way, this is going to be a very interesting release to go through. And I guess Belial is going to be known as the evolutions that just don't have new armors. Dangerous had 2, and now this one had 3. So 2, 2, 3. So, yeah. The one thing I'm hoping with going forward with Dynamite Battle is that they do create new discs and armors. Like, I do think at this point, it would be nice, you know, if I didn't have to see another Giga, another Tapered, another Over, you know? Or same with the armors. I don't want to see another 6. I don't want to see, like, again, another 2. You know what I mean? Like, I think TT can, like, and listen, I don't know why. And they just should, because Hasbro basically has that with Quad Drive. There are armors that QD has done. I can even get one. I'm going to actually get one right now just to illustrate this point. Which honestly, I don't... They literally should. They literally should. Okay. We're going to get Magma here. When I get the lighting on this. The reason why I think they should is just because they already have it there. Look. Magma just has a slightly modified version of 10, and it has this disc. Was it Sequex or whatever, right? Just port QD to like DB. Like, I think that would be literally the smartest thing to do, because they just would have to modify it obviously to where the QD discs are just heavier, and obviously the armors are metal, and then that's their job done. So I don't know. I hope it has the best possible launch that it can. I hope they do a good job with this. As always, I will be covering. And let's hope TT can do it, man. Let's hope they can do it and end it off well. I think we're going to probably have a decent start to the new series, is what I assume. And we'll see where it goes from there. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Thank you all for watching, and have an amazing day. Bye. Before we end off, I just want to mention that we have a giveaway where we are giving away 10 Ultimate Valkyries. It expires March 13th, 2022. Don't miss out on it. It's a great opportunity. You just have to enter by being a subscriber of the channel. Some other stuff, but check out the original video where we went over it. That being said, we also have a store where we're selling Takara Tomy releases. Great deals and everything. Check out our store. Please show it some support. We have Sparking, Dynamite Battle, other stuff, deals and bundles. Check it out. And that'll be it for now. Let me know your thoughts on the video. Like, comment, and subscribe. And that'll be it for now. Thanks for watching. Bye.